videos. The one on Facebook, I'm glowing. The one on YouTube is a little darker. And I'm sitting here in my black hoodie on happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I gotta hold it that way and then it doesn't get any of the glares, but it looks kind of weird. Unless I hold it and then you can see what's in the camera. So I have put my phrase in the comments today. I'm just gonna wait until a few people hop on because this is gonna be an interesting show for some of you. As I sip my coffee, how is everybody today? So is everybody like what's going on in the Congress with the impeachment? Maybe if I sing my program, my show, then it will glip past the some of the algorithms that flash green or flash blue on my screen. So anyways, hello everybody, I love you all. So today I want to teach you all a phrase that is the most powerful 4 words you could ever say on the planet to anyone. Evil. Most powerful. Is everybody paying attention? I do not consent. So, had some of these people, this is going to tie into a whole pile of stuff, just so you know. First thing I'm going to talk about, of course, is children. If you guys didn't watch the little video clips of the woman talking about how her child found out or asked about AI Google or Google. I just put it AI Google. I don't know why. And when they all have to sign up to a Google account to do their school program, who gets that information? So a student asked her teacher that, and the teacher's like, go ask the principal. And the principal said, oh, go, it's for the teachers. And the teacher's like, actually, that's not true. I've never used it. I don't even know how to look it up or something. Go ask the principal again. So the kid went back and asked the principal and said, my teacher doesn't use the information that it's collecting. Well, then it was found out that it was a big part of a spy program. So if you guys aren't aware of how much I spying on the children, it comes down to these programs spying on your kids on TikTok, not only, but also through their school. And they will know things like if there's a weak parent in the house, or if it's a single parent, or if the dad's weak, or if the kids are vulnerable, like if the kids are fucking around online, it'll know that because it searches everything in the eye patterns of what kids are doing, and it's a robot. It's a robot. So all of that, it's not just TikTok. Patty goes TikTok massive spying, but TikTok's also one of the best places that you can do unfiltered videos for truth. So it's the double-edged sword for some people. I don't personally use it because I just think I never got the hint of why TikTok has pictures that disappear after 30 seconds or 60 seconds. That's effed up in itself. Like, why would you use an app like that? All of our devices, okay? All of our devices, our phones, our tablets, our apps, your Costco card, your Air Miles reward, all of that is based on algorithms of what we did not know. So we sign these forms under duress, and which is basically really I'm signing it, but I don't know what I'm signing. And so almost every contract, CON, on the world, on the planet, can be fought and challenged based on it going back to our birth certificates and our parents consenting to the whatever, and then us consenting, blah, 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 blah. And it's all for data collection, absolutely true. and data collection to use against us, and more than you think. So this background war that has been going on for years is always been about information. What kind of propaganda are we giving people on TV? What kind of propaganda are we giving people on media? So not only do we have every time a new radio wave gets introduced, there's usually a war or some big false flag around it, or some flu outbreak. One of those things happen. In Alberta here, every time it's an election year, there's forest fires. There's smoke everywhere. So I want to talk a little bit. Sorry, I'm just going to correct something while it's in my mind. It was 4 children for 40 days in the Amazon, not 40 children for 4 days. Anyways, thanks for correcting me. But still, I gotta think of why those children were used in the storyline, and what my neighbor said. I'll never forget that interaction of the 13-year-old taking care of the 11-year-old. So all of the information that we have been signing up for on our programs, on our app, when we just say, oh, terms and conditions, check. Who the hell reads those? Who? Do you? Do you? So when you say, I do not consent, say if it's some fake armed agent of the law who's got a fake warrant for your arrest, and you have been doing no harm but using free speech. Okay, this is the example I'm going to use for the freedom community, because there's a lot of people who got arrested in the last 3 years. Not me. Why? Because since day one, I use these 3 words. I don't consent to enter into contract with you. Or 4 words. I don't consent. I do not consent. Nope. And I've schooled police officers who've tried to give me a fine under corporate laws. I don't consent. Not only is that I don't consent powerful on a contract, but it's also the most powerful 4 words you can say against Satan, the devil, the dark side, whatever. I don't consent. Because you're not playing with the games, you're not playing with the fuckery, you're not going along with any of their narrative, you're not going along with the storyline. You've critically thought for yourself and you're standing in your power. I don't consent. So you're not consenting to even answering any questions. It should just stop right there. I don't consent. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't answer any questions. I don't consent. Wow. Very powerful words. So, and you can use those when somebody's trying to engage in an argument with you. I don't consent to arguing with you. I love you, but I don't consent. Oh, okay. Those are like, people stop. That's like, so I want to talk about somebody who made a video. I'm not going to mention who, but you can guess. I don't care if you guess. I'm just not into bashing. I'm just curious as to why we are talking about, how can I put this nicely? I don't even know how I want to word this, to be honest. I was just like, what? Come on, man. Come on. Yeah, until I can reword this later, I'll get back to it. But anyhow, today's been an interesting day. In the news, in the media, lots of stuff's coming out. They're talking about all of this bribery and stuff with the Bidens. So I think an impeachment or an arrest is imminent. I'll give you a clue. And yes, Sonia, words are spells. I'll spell it out, actually. I'll just tell you right now. So, I got an itchy head. No, it's not a comma or a sign or anything. Okay, so you know how I don't like to say anything bad about people, especially truthers. When I went on my journey last year across Canada, I met a lot of people in the truthing community, and they were on all different levels of vibration. And I've spoken about this many times, but I'm just gonna get right to the point. One of my triggers this whole 3 years has been controlled opposition within the freedom community. Now, some of you know exactly what I'm talking about. Some of you are like, I don't know what that means. I don't go to these rallies. I don't participate. I'm talking about, and this has nothing, I'm not a man hater. I love men. But there were certain men energies, male energies in the freedom community that weren't allowing women to speak on stage about human trafficking. Okay? Now, their narratives have sat in the same vibration for the past 3 years. I've only seen one of those persons that I personally know actually talk about, hey, wait a minute, you're right. You were right about all this stuff, and join the human trafficking, child trafficking narrative. Okay? One out of those. Acknowledged. Holy, I was late to the party. Sorry about that. And acknowledged the fact that they were late to the party. So over the past 3 years, I've tried to keep everything very positive, instill change or inspire change, try and do things that were for the better of humanity, or to try and shed information on human trafficking, child trafficking, different laws, charts, stuff. So I say this with all love to other truthers out there who have been arrested, who have stuck to the narrative of we live in a Nazi country and that's it, or the just say no narrative, or the whatever. Now we have someone who is claiming to have gotten paid $10 to spray chemtrails from the government, all the while being a truther, and comes out and says it's a hoax later, that was just a spoof. Well, I don't know how to react to that. I've met that person in person. I've been to that person's establishment. I know that person and several other Albertan people that went to Ottawa. I've talked to them personally. It makes me question why, I think, and what's the intentions behind even doing it like that. To me, when I saw it, I'm like, wow, you're just really telling us what's going on. I didn't really hear an apology, so I don't get what the purpose of the video was. And so it's a little confusing why we're still talking about chemtrails, firstly, and why there hasn't been any mention from some of these big truthing celebrities, I'll call them, about human trafficking. This has been my piss off for 3 years. And I can speak for Taco, same thing. We have been shut down hardcore by people who have a big following and think that these people are doing the right thing. And yes, in some timelines, they were doing the right thing. But the timelines to me are stale, of talking about mandates and all of that bullshit. Like, honestly, This is stuff we were trying to bring to the whole community 3 years ago. What was in the jabs? I told everybody on April 21st, 2020, what was in them. I was part of the WHO Foundation, hat, all of that stuff. Made a little chart video. So, no, not Joe Rogan, someone much smaller than that person. So this is my thing when it comes to the freedom community and getting arrested. Firstly, you should have said those 4 words. And you can break those contracts if you're still in jail. I know some of them have been presented with an opportunity to get out of jail the common law way, and they were declined. So why are you there? You're a martyr? Why are you there? So the martyrdom of some of these people that they've created for themselves in putting themselves up on pedestals, your pedestal is going to get kicked out. I've told you guys this for years. Stop putting people on pedestals. Oh, he's so great, he does all this, or blah, 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 dee-da-da, dee-na-na, blah, 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 dee-na-na, blah, 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 blah. What if you find out they're a shitbag? Just saying. What if you find that their motives haven't been pure? So we've had to use this discernment all along with big names that come out and tell intel, and those people get attacked, or they get Michael Jackson, he's a pedo, whatever, and it comes out to be fake. So there's a whole pile of people that are out there saying the good thing and being attacked. And I'll just give you an example. What happened last week on Twitter? Oh, I saw that Mel Gibson and Tim Ballard and Jim Caviezel were all in the Illuminati. People are making, this is all controlled opposition, you guys. Going back to the 80-20 rule. There are actors everywhere. And if someone comes out and admits they're getting paid to do something from the government, what else are they getting paid to do? That was what my big question is. I'm like, well, if you're admitting you're doing that, like, I know, because I lived in Manitoba. I worked for the conservation district for the watershed department. I already knew what was in that shit a long time ago, but I wouldn't ever make a spoof video and say that I'm the one who put it there. Like, what the... I think people are just showing what they're showing. Like, I don't think that's a joke. I don't think it's funny. I don't think anything is funny. Start talking about human trafficking and I'll start listening to you. All of you people that haven't been talking about it. So if you wonder what really gets under my skin is these people who just interject themselves with some stupid ass story and they're leaving the children out of the equation. Why aren't you talking about the drag shows in schools in central Alberta? Dude, you should be at every one of these. Every one of these. You're a trucker. And you should have been at every one of these drag shows, standing there. These people who have religious titles and go and preach on the streets, you know, about all of this stuff and preach to street people or whatever. Why aren't you guys at the drag shows? Why do people... Mostly women are the ones who are getting physically attacked for supporting all of this or getting whatever. I'm just saying, like, can we change the narrative already and stop fucking talking about chemtrails? Get over it. Put an electromagnetic cloud dispenser, cloud buster, look it up. It's like 4 or 5 copper poles in your backyard with a little thing, and you spray it with water and boom, all the clouds are gone for miles and miles and miles. So you got to wonder why these people aren't talking about it. Why? Not even like one truck out of probably 5,000 semi trucks. One truck in 6 weeks across Canada. One truck had, do you know about human trafficking? One. Just one. Gross. I have a hair in my cup. That was rank. Anyways, oh, this is shutting down. Oh, something's wrong with my computer. Anyways, yes, no, drags won't entertain their ass. No. I saw one where the bunch of in 2020 went to an elderly folks home, and most of those people had Alzheimer's and stuff. I'm just reading through some chat comments. I don't know why they don't come up. Come on. Oh well, somebody can make a comment and maybe it'll pop up on Insta or on YouTube. So anyhow, that's my pet peeve. That's just my trigger that I have to get over, you know. And the other things are, and eyes to see, ears to hear on Telegram. Taco has been posting about this. Everybody out there in Alberta, yay, Danielle Smith, yay, she's making great changes. Her cabinet's much small. Did you learn who the cabinet members are? Literally. So the old school board is now the health minister. You figure that one out, you guys. Seriously, it's a bunch of bullshit. It's all bullshit. So through Facebook has been interesting. Transgenders, oh good. Yes, there's a lot of teenagers gone missing at the moment. Sad. There's a lot of kids. You guys must have heard about the 300 kids down in the States. It was very tragic. So, honestly, I think everybody's under attack who's speaking out against anything that is relevant. My videos here, people have commented on Facebook. Can't even get the comments anymore. They're hiding half the comments people make. So, and just flashing green all over. So, creative action with the fire fairy and optimism. That's how I feel today. Ooh, I love it. I wonder what's going to happen. Trust the restriction that's coming up. So, trust the restriction. So today for me, it is about creative action. I'm working on my new project. I'll be running this. Don't freak out. I'm not like dipping out on this show anytime soon until I'm ready to do my other, devote full time to my other program. Or not even program. It's actually a docu-series. So, and I think you guys are going to love it. So we're working on some of the elements today, later on. And when I have more information to share, I'm going to let you in on the secret. So it should be fun. And everybody out here watching, I'm looking for a video editor that can take videos through Telegram, where I can send videos and you can help me edit them here and there. If you want to learn editing and you want to help out, that's even okay too, because the people that we have on board, none of the people are super technical. So it's either us learning or asking for an editor. So I'm just going to take the easy way and ask all my friends out there if anybody's interested in helping or learning how to edit videos and working on this amazing project with me. It's going to be so good. So good. I can't wait. So good. So good. And I think it will kick off a bunch of other projects, other series, other things, other fantastic. You want to learn, Linda? Do you have a good computer? Linda, that would be awesome, because you're here in the city and we could have a get together and talk about it. So if you want to learn, I'm all down with that. The one thing that I hear is supposed to be a easy editor and it's free online is DaVinci editor, whatever. I don't know if anybody's used it, but that's something some dude told me, so maybe that will help. But I'm gonna be baking and cooking for my neighbor or my two neighbors today, making them some food. And staying inside because it's finally raining here. And yesterday I had an awesome paddleboarding experience. And Techie and go for it, Linda. Patty's supporting you, Linda. Yeah, listen, Linda. You watch a YouTube, Linda. You listen to me. I love Linda because her name's Linda too. She's little Linda. She's so petite and tiny. So cute. I feel like a Sasquatch next to her. A couple of friends I have that feeling around, but whatevs. Whatevs. It's all good. So, what am I making today? Oh, Patty wants to know what food I'm making. So I'm a really good cook and I don't eat meat myself, but I'm making some not only veggie shepherd's pie, where you could say they were vegan, but veggie shepherd's pie. But I'm making some with meat, two different types of meats in there. That there's some, I guess, meat that needs to be used in the house, and I don't like wasting stuff because the animal sacrificed itself for 20,000 animals in that thing, whatever you're eating. So I want to use it up. So the other thing I'm going to be making is homemade butter tarts. And if no one knows what those are and you're from the UK, apparently they're like treacle tarts. They're a Canadian standby. And I made some the other day, but I used this box crap and I didn't like it. So I'm going to make my own recipe and put those in there. And put that in there instead. And then I made some homemade sushi the night before last. Vegetarian sushi was super good. And we had that yesterday paddle boarding. So yeah, I do know how to make a lot of stuff. Yeah, so that's what I've got going on today. And I might be, as per request, I was supposed to be on Rise TV talking about charts and birth certificates and stuff. So hopefully, and contracts, and hopefully I might be able to get some stuff together and maybe do a little clip like that. So anyways, I love you guys. Have a great day. Enjoy your weather. Go get some grounding in. And pay attention, you guys. I think everybody should be pulling their kids out of school. I'm going to keep saying that every show. Keep pulling your kids out of school if you haven't done already. A big shout out to New Brunswick for doing it. And they are making a big change in their province. So you guys just do what's right for your family. I wouldn't want my kids, there's no way on God's green earth I would ever have my children in public school to this day. So nope, wouldn't have happened. Day one as of 2020, I'm like, nah, it's okay. You can stay home. I don't care. You're good. So, yes, have a fantastic day. And Linda, we'll chat. Send me a message and see if your heart's really into it. Send me a message. So I am looking for a film editor or a video editor through Telegram. It's going to be an awesome project. So just think, it can be your very first editing job under your belt for your resume, going future in a 5D world. You know how to do that. That's all I was going to say is like, I know how to do so many things. I could do that, but I'd rather focus on creating. So yeah. Anyways, all I got to say, I love you. Have a good day, everyone. Take care. Bye. Bye, 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 bye.